you. Shouts out to all those who do what the fuck they do, not compelled to follow the group or the herd. Got your own mind, got your own standards. God lives within you. Thank God for the day, the opportunity to be here, putting the best foot forward, to have an impact in a positive way in my life, my own community, others. That is one of the goals, to live a meaningful life, serving God, not serving myself. But I'm going to tell you this, on top of this is how rough this video is. Yes. I don't know if it's even 10 o'clock. This is how rough. Go fuck with it. Great tequila. Let's do better. Let's just start here, okay? Let's do better. So, what a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore. Let's see.
So normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore.
A scam that's been around so long we don't realize it's a scam. How about pretending like you don't want to get married because nobody wants to marry you? How about being able to petition for child support when the guy didn't want the kid in the first place? How about divorcing the guy and being able to take all of his assets? 50-50 partnerships, engagement parties. I mean, the list goes on and on.
If you ask somebody what their body count is, they're gonna lie. Whether it is to make it better, like if a guy's only slept with 3 girls, he's probably gonna say he slept with 40. If a girl slept with 200 guys, she's gonna say 12.
But why do you think it matters more for girls than for guys?
Here's the thing. You can be in a relationship for 7 years and sleep with the same guy every day for 7 years. Or you could be single and sleep with like one guy every 2 weeks. Like there's no difference. It means nothing. It's the least meaningful thing in the world.
What the fuck are we talking? What? You can be with one guy for 7 years and sleep with one guy, or you can be single and sleep with a new guy every 1 or 2 weeks. It's all the same. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No. Reality can be whatever I want.
Oh, here we go again. Another model woman who seems to think she's captured the reality stone, and now she has the ability to shape-shift reality into whatever she pleases. Can't make this up. You know, I gotta tell you, sometimes when I watch clips like this, I gotta sit back and ask myself, is this for real? Do people really think like this? Because her logic makes absolutely no sense. In
What
her
is she
mind,
talking about?
she thinks that makes as much sense as 2 plus 2 equaling 4. But this is what happened. She wants to make up her own rules to find some type of logic to excuse her behavior so that way she doesn't have to take accountability. A woman being able to be with one man for several years in a healthy relationship shows a lot about that woman's character and what type of person she is. Are you someone who men see as worthy of giving their time and attention to and actually making a long-term commitment because they see something valuable in you? Or are you nothing more than a fling? And if it wasn't for your looks, the guy wouldn't even want to hang around you. Rolling that's club.
She's got this.
No, he's joking. You're joking, right?
You got this, right?
No, baby, this is a huge turnoff.
Sorry, you told me you wanted to be this like strong, independent woman.
I am a strong, independent woman.
Okay. Well, and that means paying for your own stuff, right?
No, you're the provider. You're supposed to pay for me, for us.
I'm the provider. So you only want to be treated like a independent, strong woman when it benefits you. You don't cook, you don't clean, you don't do laundry. I do my own laundry. I cook for myself.
Oh, you want to move back with your mom?
I'm just confused. I'm gonna pay. I have no problem paying. I just want to know where the line is drawn here.
You should just pay. You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Thanks. I paid for the couch. I'll sleep on the couch. Thank you.
God
Living
damn.
with schizophrenia, people wonder if I'm able to have a...
She said you're sleeping on the couch tonight. Hold on, let's talk about that for a minute. I've been hearing this shit since I've been a little kid, watching sitcoms and movies and shit, romantic comedies, where the woman has the nerve to tell the man who in these times was paying for everything because she felt the way you can't sleep in your own bed. I'll burn that motherfucking mattress with you in it, man. What is you talking about what I can't do in a house I motherfucking pay for? Fuck how I'm paying for it. The labor, the shit I have to deal with to pay for it. What I have to go through to make that money. And you telling me why I can't rest so I can get back up and do it again and make this shit all happen? Shit is out of control, bro. Like, niggas gotta get their nuts back, bro. Shit out of hand. Hold on, what the fuck is this?
Independent woman.
I am a strong, independent woman.
Okay. Well, and that means paying for your own stuff, right?
No, you're the provider. You're supposed to pay for me, for us.
I'm the provider. So you only want to be treated like a independent, strong woman when it benefits you. You don't cook. You don't clean. You don't do laundry. I do my own laundry. I cook for myself.
Oh, you want to move back with your mom?
I'm just confused. I'm gonna pay. I have no problem paying. I just want to know where the line is drawn here.
You should just pay. You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Thanks. I paid for the couch. I'll sleep on the couch. Thank you.
My father has told me that if a woman's over 32, never been married, never had any kids, there's something wrong with her.
All right. Tell your dad. And if you find a woman who is 32 years old, don't have any kids, never been married, tell your daddy that she's educated. And that she's planning to make financial decisions so she can afford the children that she has and send them to college instead of having them standing at the L stop. She can drive a Lexus to work. Tell your daddy that the woman is a boss.
Now, I'm going to give this guy a ton of credit because he had the nose. Standing up in front of that room saying what he said was not going to go over well. I'm sure before he said it, he had to be thinking to himself like, yeah, I'm about to set it off in this room right here with what I'm about to say. But I'm going to say it anyway. All he was really telling the audience was what his father told him. And rather than trying to understand where that man was coming from, she chose to not listen and instead lash out. She was more interested in clapping back and getting the crowd riled up. And if this was really an attempt for women and men to try to better understand each other, and more about listening and trying to find common ground. Roll the next clip.
Okay, so I made a TikTok about how when I found out that my ex was cheating on me, I all of his friends. And all like the hurt boys in the comments are like, oh my god, like you got passed around, like ha 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 ha. Kids, I passed myself around. Like I called them and I said like, hey, you trying to smush? And they said, yes ma'am. Do you know what actually happened? Because one day we're all at his house. And tell me how high, because you know rule number one of being a boss act. Never let a clown baby try to play you. But if he does play you, rule number two, friends and make him yes men. And that's what I did. I'm going home. So yeah.
Now this is just sad and pathetic to think that this was actually a flex. So let me get this straight. He played you, and to get him
personal for 2 seconds. Step back. You don't need me that close. I had a lady many moons ago, early 2000s. What's her name? Shamir. Good spirit to some degree, but lost just like the rest of them. Anywho, kicking it with the girl, brought around my peoples. She come to the weekly spades game we would host. She called herself not dealing with me no more. And my boy Low hit me and say, no Low, goddamn Big A, rest in peace, my guy, out the crew. But the point was that we would have these events at Manny House more than anything, and she was privileged to go based off, you know, me inviting her to the joints, and she was only there. She would be the only female really there, but she was with me. Cool. Fast forward, she don't want to fuck with me no more. Excuse me. So what she did was invite the fellas over to her spot to play spades. And my nigga hit me like, hey, bro, I just wanted you to know, you know what I'm saying, what's up with this and what's up with that. Want you to know your girl goddamn invited everybody over to the spot. I said, man, shit, y'all go. That's what y'all want to do. It's up to you. It's not my wife. That's not, I ain't got no kid about this motherfucker or nothing. You know, I can't say I ain't give a fuck whatsoever. But if this is what it is, then what the fuck it is. I don't know if they want or not. From my knowledge, they ain't go, but that's that backdoor shit women do. That they'll fuck your friends, bro, to get back at you. But is that what we looking for in our women, our queens? To fuck your friends, fuck your peoples, or anybody you associated with just to get back at you? That's lower level thinking, right? Or no?
Back, you slept with a bunch of his friends.
Congratulations.
You played yourself.
Yeah. Something got lost in translation with that one that she just didn't understand. And then, on top of that, you thought it would be a good idea to go on social media
and tell
brag
everybody
about it. There's only one small problem with everything she did. It doesn't work that way. All his friends took turns, passed you around, dug you out, decimated and destroyed you, one by one, and you decided to call it revenge. And what this really is about is her ego. In her mind, she's probably thinking, how could he do this to me? Look at me. How could he ever cheat on me? I'll show him. Or through all that fake laughter and that fake smiling,
pain.
There's tears that's ready to come out,
pain.
Which is understandable. When someone cheats on you, it's not going to feel good. And now she has to live with this. And in today's microwave society, where so many people want to just be concerned about the here and now and not actually think about the consequences of their actions and how they can have long-lasting effects on your future, don't be surprised if a couple years from now she's singing a different song because she realized the choices that she made were the wrong ones.
Social media has made this like unrealistic standard, like, oh, he need to buy me Dior and buy me Gucci. You can't even buy yourself Dior and Gucci. Be for real. Like, come on, let's be for real.
That's true.
No, I'm just saying, like, be for real. Like, you can't even buy yourself a piece of McDonald's.
For real, if you can't buy it twice, then you can't really afford it.
How black educated college men act like they too good to date. A lot of
Finally, someone has said it and worded it way better than I ever could have, because I have been saying this with my best friend for the longest
What the fuck is that?
To where it's like, if you look a certain way, it's like these men act like they are just like, it's always this certain look of female that they'll actually date and wife, because I guess they attribute it to like, oh, nice girl next door looking, like she can possibly do this or that. She looks good on paper. I can bring her around family, this and a third, and she has the look. She has a very safe look. And myself and my best friend always talk about the fact that we feel as though...
So hold on. You gotta rewind real quick. So she's frustrated and bothered by the fact that men who she has her sights set on, they don't want to date her because she's not their type. So when they see her and they interact with her, they essentially say, I'll pass. And her reaction to that is to just complain about it on social media. All right, I'm pretty sure this is going to get worse before it gets better. Let's keep going.
Because we have tattoos, I'm very tatted. Y'all can't see it now, but I have a lot of tattoos. Because we are tatted and have more of like a, I'm not going to say like, I'm trying to find a right way to say it. I don't know. Anyway, because we don't have that girl next door look, men consistently try to fun girl us. These college educated men, it's always them. Like when it comes to like they always assume that we only like hood guys, that they assume that they know our type, and they don't even give us a chance. Because me personally, I like college educated men. I went to college and that's just what I like. I like nerds. I like fine nerds. I like squares. But these men always assume that my type is like, oh, I see she's tatted. She like.
This all makes sense now. She's delusional. You want men that you like to change their standards.
To like
that way
you.
You can fit in without having to change
Nothing about you.
That's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. That's like trying to put regular fuel into a diesel engine.
Talk.
That's like only having 20K and expecting to buy a $500,000 car.
Talk.
It just doesn't make sense.
Talk.
And it just doesn't work that way.
Talk.
Here's a little something that men have always had to do that can apply to her. If men want access to more women, they've always had to make themselves into the kind of man that more women would want. So rather than going on social media and just complaining because these men are turning you down and rejecting you because you're not the kind of woman they ever would want, how about this newsflash? Become the kind of woman they would want. Problem solved.
That's like, and I'm just like, why do y'all keep doing that? And then not only keep doing that, but then you keep trying to put us in this fun girl category. And the fun girl is this category where it's like, I enjoy having fun with you, but I would never wife you. You don't have the look of somebody that I would consider a wife. And it's like, what does a wife look like? Because just because somebody looks like your girl next door does not mean she's a good person. It's not mean that she's automatically educated. Me personally, in a nice way, I make a lot more than a lot of the girls that they consider like, oh, like successful and stable and have like this great image.
She mad about it.
But I don't work a job that is like conventional to where it's like, well, I can brag about what kind of job she has.
Not conventional? Okay. Spoiler alert. She's a stripper. Go figure.
So they just always want to fun girl me. And I'm tired of people assuming that I like a certain type of guy and wanting to fun girl me, because personally, I want a family and commitment and a relationship and all of those things. I want to get married. And I'm tired of people assuming that because of my look that I'm a fun girl.
It's not your look, it's your lifestyle, baby.
But don't stop fun girling me.
And herein lies the problem. She wants all those things. She wants to get married. She wants kids. She wants a professional man. But the route she's taking to get there doesn't line up with what her goals are. Exactly. Here's the thing. When you're looking to achieve certain things in life, usually there's a certain route you should take. There's certain steps that you should take that will help you get closer towards your goal. Now, call me crazy. I'm going to go out on a limb with this one, guys, but I'm going to assume that going to college, becoming a stripper, and thinking that that's the best way to find a professional man on that caliber who's going to want to wife you, marry you, settle down with you, have kids with you, yeah, you're better off playing a lotto and making that a full-time job as a way to make an income. Here's a quick little secret that'll help you solve that problem. You want that man on that level, that caliber, that's professional? Figure out what it is that he wants, then give it to him. That's it. Or the other option is just to date men who give you attention, and that's on your level. Something that men have been told and have been forced to deal with since day one. Anyway, guys, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and let me know what you think down in the comments section below.
This shit ain't over with. Hold on.
Way out, and you already know.
This the one. It's several of them, but this
Mineral 89 Booster by Vichy. A serum with 89% water? Yeah.
this big girl be lying like a motherfucker about.
Being a white man has black men triggered. When I went out with this lawyer one time, he took me to this really fancy restaurant, like 5-star. He was Jewish, but white presenting. Black man comes out of nowhere and he starts like going in. He's like, oh, I see you got this black queen next to you. You must feel so lucky. You must feel like a man because you took our black queens away from us. And
the lies being told on black men at this point are super weird. Black men do not care that black women are dating white men. They don't care. I don't believe nobody went up to her on her date.
If he
with
fuck
white
with
men.
you,
I
oh
don't
okay,
believe black
cause
men
I'm
did all
good.
that. I just don't believe it. I believe it's a lie. But I do see black women on her press because black men are getting their passport and going to other countries and seeking other kind of women. They're big pressed.
Black men have never been sour or bitter about black women going outside of their race. And they're especially not upset and jealous about Dirty Lizzo going to go deal with whoever she's got to deal with. If we are getting jealous, we're not getting jealous of the worst of our women.
Like, they'll tell you this, just don't put us down when you do. Okay, cool. I submit to you, Big Sean. I submit to you, Jay Ellis. I submit to you, Jonathan Major. I submit to you, Michael B. Jordan, Amari Hardrick, Childish Gambino. None of these guys are saying. They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. What did they say?
Oh, put Jordan Peele in there too.
Jordan Peele. He giving women. He giving and with Childish Gambino and Jordan Peele in particular. When they got money, the first thing they did was put black women on. That's the first thing they did. Yeah. They did that immediately. What did they say? Jay Ellis, he literally just put up a picture of him and his wife, the mother of his kids, getting married. He had to shut down his comment section. Meanwhile, we ain't said nothing about Serena. I can't even muster up enough energy to care about Serena being with no white man. Right. I can't. I don't care about Gabrielle Sidibe. I don't care about, you know what I'm saying, Eve. Nobody even talk about Eve. Eve was
entire life. If I can take my mom up here, who never picked me up. Who never picked me up when I fell. She taught me how to get up when I was knocked down.
It's not you, brother. It's my requirements. I require dates. I require flowers. I require morning texts. I require someone I can rely on. I require truth. I require stability. I require a backbone. I require strength. I require someone that's spiritually inclined. I require growth. I require originality. I require a leader.
What did you require that nigga who was fucking you behind
By
Wendy's?
no means is it you. It's my requirements.
Nowadays, when a black woman says my requirements, you can expect that what's going to come out of her mouth.
I didn't hear you.
Delusional rhetoric.
You fucked the nigga in the back of Wendy's. What did it require?
And they can do that.
4 for 4?
They can never make a long list.
4 for 4?
Going to get in return for that long list of requirements.
Tell me about that long ass list of bullshit.
They're not dating apps, they're games.
Established yesterday.
I don't.
Not.
I don't
other time.
Use them to ever meet up with these guys. It's just a hot or not. It's a fun game. Yes or no.
Would you scroll with your friends, for example?
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. We sit on the couch and we'll be like, oh my god, do you think he's cute? No. Oh my god, no. Or yes. And it's just a fun little time.
So who here is on a dating app or has ever been on a dating app? Show of hands. Have you ever met up with someone from a dating app?
Yes, that was the guy that I was.
Ended up dating.
No, not dating. No. We're not dating at all.
Correction, not dating. Okay, so, and were you
having sex?
That's the only guy you've met from a dating app?
No.
No.
If I'm not obsessed with you by week 2, it's not looking good for you, my boy.
Want to date a man with kids. I'll try. If I like his vibe and I have to look past it, I will.
But I just don't because I want too much attention. And if you gotta split that between me and the kid.
What, you say you got a kid, right?
Yeah, I do.
Whoa. I ain't wait, time out. I didn't know. I did not know that. So you have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So that means your attention is split as well, right?
It is.
So how's that fit to him if he don't have a kid, so you gotta deal with your split attention?
Well, if it isn't Kendra G's show, it's the Daily Wrap-Up Crew. You see black women saying that they want standards that they can't hold themselves to. Definitely not surprised. Let's move on.
If I'm not obsessed with you by week 2, it's not looking good for you, my boy.
There's not many options. That's another thing.
Oh, there are plenty of options. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% of them are middle class. See, what if they're not?
But a lot of them are ugly.
Oh, no. First off, check that. Because you start that shit, I'm gonna get real raw with you.
But it's big.
I'm gonna get real raw with you. Check that. Because I have not made any presumptions about looks or anything with you, so I'm not going to insult men.
You can't. I look a mess now, but I don't think I have to settle with a man that I don't find.
Okay, let's do it. Well, what would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use stuff.
A 10.
Oh, poor baby. Now let's try this again.
So I'm
You are not the most beautiful woman in the world. Cosmopolitan ain't trying to get you to be on the cover. People ain't deemed you one of the most beautiful women in the world. So let's go.
So
ahead.
what would you rate me?
I asked you. Since you want to bring looks about men into it, I'm asking you. What would you rate yourself? And the first thing out of your mouth was a lie.
Subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell.
You silly fucking Willie. Hey man, this it though. They're the one. Why I did?
I'm so hard to build in it.
Listen. Let me speak for me. This has been my predominant walk with lady people in my life. Excuse me. Because of past traumas, past hurt, past whatever that ain't had shit to do with me, or shit that did have something to do with me as far as how they felt toward me and some I had done in the past that bothered them, would trigger them in such a way that you can tell when a woman especially turns into this defense mechanism. Everything is deflecting. Everything is on the defense. She's not taking in new information because she's repeating the same thing over and over. She stays on the same, but like, watch what everything I'm saying now and look for it in the video. If you think, oh, boss is just, manipulating how black women really are and he doesn't really know us. He's just emotional about it all. He doesn't know how to control his emotions, so that's why he puts off what he thinks on them, but really they're being logical and rational and using common sense and stuff. Man, I'll tell you if I was retarded. If I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? If I couldn't get it, I say I don't get it. I don't try to go to calculus class telling you, come on now, that's -3.6. I don't do that. I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm not interested neither. One thing I do know is I've watched humans. I've seen behavior patterns from all type of backgrounds of women, no matter if they had a little money, they didn't, educated or not, single parent household, live with their grandma, aunt, foster care, 2-parent household. I done seen it all. They all have done what I've seen right here. Watch me now.
To get some advice from her. I don't see nothing wrong with a man listening to his woman to get some advice from her. It's not saying that you're not a man because you're not hearing your woman out, or because a woman is telling you what to do. All of us came from a woman. So when I'm hearing Anton speak, which I'm not just keep trying to relate to him, he came from a woman as well. So it's like, are you telling me you never listened to your mom growing up? Because you're saying that a man don't listen to a woman, like that make you less of a man. I'm just confused. So that's why I was just like, Dallas was right. And I just didn't want to say anything because I'm still confused on the first conversation, and I haven't got past that yet.
You come from a man. You come from your daddy's balls. Your woman, the mama is just the egg.
Your mom delivered you, you came from a woman. Your dad did not give birth to you. Your mother
Your mom was just an incubator. You come from your father. That's where you come from. I don't know. Listen, I can't speak to your personal situation, although you did mention it. I'm not going to speak to your personal situation, but let me help you to understand something. The dudes that came before us, and again, this has nothing to do with you, was simps. They were weak. They said, happy life. I'm not talking about you.
Okay, well, I don't want to say that up because my dad wasn't a simp.
Didn't I? Oh, you're not.
Did you hear? I find myself, I've never till today, I'm showing you this because I watched this prior to making this video. Prior to today, in my experience, I've never in actual real time seen it in the flesh or had seen it happen to another man or person, but it happened to be a woman doing it to a man the way I've only seen it, because men who are heterosexual don't have a lot of intimate conversations. Intimate is not just sex shit. Conversations and going in depth about feelings and emotions and circumstances. Barbershop type shit, but it's only so far of emotions. Niggas ain't getting into niggas you crying as you sad. Niggas is getting into is you killing something, is you hitting on something. Da-da-da-da. Cool. Next. I had never seen it. That I find myself in real life giving disclaimers before I speak. I'll start by referencing and preferencing what I'm saying so I can say what I'm saying without getting cut off with an interjection of, I need to let you know, nigga, not me. I need to let you know I've seen a different example. I need to let you know that it ain't like that for everybody. So I start my shit with, I'm not talking about you at all. I'm talking about the people it applies to. I'll say that at the beginning. As soon as I get my shit off, hold on now. Shoulders, head, neck, hand. This bitch didn't hear what I fucking said. I said it wasn't about you. You immediately start going on defense and setting up a perimeter for how, nigga, not me though. Is you triggered by something? Cause it's gonna be one motherfucker that you saying you ain't talking about me, but I think you talking. No, you think I'm motherfucking talking about you, you stupid ass motherfucker. You think I'm talking about you. That's on you though. Buck up, nigga. Buck up. White man tell you to buck up, you buck up. When I tell you to buck up, bitch, deal with it. Shut the fuck up and listen sometime. You don't know how to listen. You talk too much. You think you know some shit, but you don't want to hear shit. You too argumentative. You too goddamn on tilt. I'm hurt. Well, it's a part of you. You helped get you here. Blame who you want. You did this shit. The fuck is you talking about?
Your dad did not give birth to you. Your mother
Your mom was just an incubator. You come from your father. That's where you come from. I don't know. Listen, I can't speak to your personal situation, although you did mention it. I'm not going to speak to your personal situation, but let me help you to understand something. The dudes that came before us, and again, this has nothing to do with you, was simps. They were weak. They said,
I'm not gonna, my
they
dad
said
wasn't
happy
a
life.
simp.
I'm not talking about you. They
Okay,
said
well, I
happy
want to
life.
clear that up because my dad wasn't a simp.
Didn't I? Oh, you're not a good listener, right? And
I'm a great listener because this is my first time. This is my first time saying anything back to you. I listened to you earlier and didn't even know
I prefaced the conversation twice by saying that I was not referring to you specifically. And then you went to go on about how it is that this is represented. This ain't about you. This is about life.
And I said I wanted to make that clear that my father was not a simp. It's the same thing you were doing with people earlier. You don't like when somebody do something that you do. You were doing this to people earlier when they were speaking. All I'm saying to you is my father is not a simp. That's not an argument. My father is not a simp. That's all I was saying.
And how would you know?
I know for a fact my father is not a simp. My father is very intelligent, and my father is
what do being
very
intelligent got to do with being a simp?
It doesn't matter. He wasn't a simp.
How
and
do
we're
you
going
know?
to leave it at
How
that.
do you
And
know?
I'm not going to allow you to say my father's a simp because he's not.
I never said that he was. But see,
But you just said, how do I know that?
He never called your father a simp.
No, hold on, Mr. Lego. Let me cook. You know how I know that your father was possibly a simp?
He was not a simp.
Do you know how I know your father was possibly a simp? Because you automatically triggered by it and nobody called him a simp.
I'm triggered by it because my father was a great man, and I don't allow nobody to talk crazy about my father.
Nobody mentioned your father. Nobody mentioned your father. Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
Did anybody mention your father?
Do you have a daughter?
I do.
Okay. If your daughter was sitting on this panel, you would want your daughter to speak highly of you as well. I'm not going to allow nobody to ask.
If nobody asked about.
It's simple, man. Like a motherfucker. Like, the fact that she is cool with that back and forth shit, it ain't about it being a man. It's about anybody. Like, who doing that? And then, that man asks you a question and you hit him with a motherfucking question. Stupid ass.
Asked about me.
Period. He's not a simp.
Period.
Nobody asked about me.
Period.
Nobody asked about me. See, are you married?
I'm not married, but
I know you're not fucking married.
You don't know that I'm not married.
I do know because I can tell by that badass attitude. Listen, you already about to snatch dreams out the air. You're shaking your head. You're talking with your neck and shit. You're mentioning shit that nobody even ever brought up. I never brought up your fucking father. Not once. As a matter of fact, I made sure that you knew. Wait a second. If you be quiet for long enough to let somebody actually talk, you don't have to respond to something that I didn't even say.
God damn, boy, say some shit. Boy, say some shit.
As a matter of fact, I made sure that you knew. Wait a second. If you be quiet for long enough to let somebody actually talk, you don't have to respond to something that I didn't even say. If you just be quiet for 5 seconds, you will understand the sentiment, and then you probably could get married. You would not be impacted by all of these fucking stories that you heard inside of your salon.
You know what's crazy? You are judging me when you don't even know me.
Sus, you let him
You don't
get
even know me. You don't even know me.
Hold on, y'all.
Rashawn, okay, Rashawn.
No, wait.
Stop, Stop.
He's the only person on this
I don't have to know you if I ask you a
I'm not
specific
married
question.
because I'm not married. I
That's,
got engaged 3 times.
I guarantee you I heard that 1,000 times from a bunch of chicks that was masculine as fuck.
But you just said that if I listen, I will be married. That's
Yeah, because you ain't quiet enough to actually understand. This is what I guarantee you. I guarantee you, after this show, you're gonna have a life reality check. Because it's not gonna sit well with you. And the reason it's not gonna sit well with you is because you're wrong as fuck. You over talking after you said that you don't over talk. You led with that fake ass femininity when you first came on the panel. I don't over talk. I don't even respond. Now look at you. You ain't out of character. This is who you fucking really are. And all I did was bring it out of you. See, the unique thing about me is that if you sit around me long enough, I'm gonna bring that bullshit up out of you. And you can't sit here and sell me something that ain't real. I knew you wasn't fucking married. And now, because of your behavior, not because of your father, but because of your behavior, I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp. And the reason I'm questioning whether or not your father is a simp is because there's no way that a dude that's not a simp daughter is gonna be on here talking that bullshit, leading with that fake ass femininity, and then gonna come on here trying to talk to me like you know what the fuck is going. I don't think you really knew what you was getting yourself into. Cause I'm not the one. I'm gonna tell you the fucking truth. I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm not trying to get on your good side, none of that. So either you can take the advice so that you can actually get the results, and it ain't even got to be the results when it comes to marriage. It got to do with how you moving as a woman. That shit is fake, and all I'm doing is calling it out. You expose yourself, so you can take this shit and move differently, or you can continue to lead with that fake ass femininity and not getting the results that you want, and lean to your father. Which one you want? How you gonna move? Because all of this is bullshit that you're selling right now. It's fake as fuck.
And because your damn mouth.
Hey, yo, no, that's not. Wait, no. I know.
Man, how many times have we seen this shit?
Hey, yo, I know you got 2 minutes to me more here.
Look, women don't listen, they interpret. So there was a lot of interpreting that. So ladies, just period, everybody just watching or whatever, understand that a lot of the times when you try to argue with a man or a woman, you're interpreting what somebody said and you just go down a fucking rabbit hole when you don't necessarily need to. We have to, well, y'all have to, because men don't do this, stop interpreting what somebody said. He said 20.
Mr. Lego.
Yeah.
The reality is that I want her to be successful. My general sentiment in life is to have everybody that eventually come in contact with me take something positive out of it. I'm not saying this just because I want to get on her or some shit. I'm saying it because it's real, and I'm not sure if the people that's in her inner circle, and I don't know who's in her inner circle, I'm talking about her friends, any dude that she'd never interacted with, I'm not sure if they've ever actually been honest enough to tell her the truth. Because I'm not emotionally attached to her, or I don't have any personal vendetta, I don't even know her from a can of paint, and she probably don't know me. I can be real. I'm gonna tell her the truth. That shit is not kosher. That shit is not cool. And she's basically, I never even said anything about her father whatsoever. I prefaced the conversation twice by saying, this is not personal to you. This has nothing to do with you. And then she went on a tangent about her father. Now, what is that supposed to say? What does that communicate?
Women don't listen to interpret.
Because communication is 90% body language. It's 90% of the things that you don't say when you're not supposed to say it. It's not the thing that you're trying to communicate to other people. I pay attention to that shit. I'm not listening to what she's saying. I'm listening to how she reacts. And I pay attention to really focus in on the things that people say when they first come on the panel. I paid attention when she said that shit. She said it. Oh, I don't jump in and all of that. Well, what the fuck is this? And I want her to be great. And I hope this shit burn. I hope this shit bother her.
All right, Rayshawn, you can go ahead and cake Rayshawn.
I hope that she toss and turn all fucking night and she see me in her dreams and that shit is like, I hate that fucking Anton. Because at the end of the day, it's real. It's real.
And this is how women learn how to be around masculine men.
Conversation.
I know you're looking to get that.
Go ahead, Rayshawn.
I'll move a little bit differently, bro.
Damn, that shit felt so good. Damn, that shit felt so good, man. Oh, that felt so good. Just to know it exists. Where you can say something to a woman, but it's seemingly you need a panel. You need other eyes to be watching. Because the sad part is doing this shit by yourself with no one there, that shit don't work like that. She can dismiss it, walk away, hang up the phone, put you out, all type of shit. I respect the fact that she listened. As much, like Anton said, as much as I'm displeased and in dismay of your audacity, there's room to learn here. There's room to grow here. So it's a teachable moment for everyone. And I appreciate her for listening. And hopefully, you know, it'll burn. I don't know. I don't need it to do something it don't need to do. I just need it to resonate. And if it need to burn, or because I guess that's the way he said it, it makes sense that for a woman, they know how to disassociate a lot of things, nullify it, you know, bury that shit. So if it does indeed, you know, do what he's saying, it's gonna be hard for her to shake because other people can see this. It's not a lot of times they get put on Front Street where now you can't fake and pretend like other people don't know nothing about what the fuck went on. You can't pretend. Like it's exposed now. Now you got to tighten up. It's on you. It's like a CEO of a major company telling you online and with 1,000 followers or people watching, you got a job tomorrow. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. And they see you at 8 o'clock posting or not post. You feel me? You posting not at work. But everybody seen that folk had a good job for you and you claim you ain't had no money. It's all on you. Niggas like to live false realities. I just appreciate that moment. And hopefully we can get to a point where we hear each other, see each other for what it really is and not what we want it to be or interpret shit to be. Take it for what it is and stop living in a false reality. Because we out here on the turf together and it matters, man.